Yeah, let's sit. Or maybe if you want to lay down, you can lay down or stand. Let's find a way that we can connect with our breath. I'm going to get my seat comfortable. And yeah, so we've got a full moon tonight. Some really nice amplifying energy. We're going to use this full moon time to maybe reflect and go within. A full moon is that lunar feminine energy, so that motherly energy, that nourishing, nurturing, reflective, receiving energy. So let's receive our breath in and then give it back and receive in and give. The cycle of giving and receiving with our breath. And our full moon today, the Power Path School of Shamanism in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they have a beautiful woman named Lena that likes to give out information about the energies of the moon. And so she wrote that this month's full moon, our one that we're having tonight, is supportive in examining our needs versus our desires. Our needs versus desires. And it's also supportive of examining our definition of true home. What is our definition of true home? So maybe just sitting with either one of those or both. Just kind of tapping into that. And letting it flourish inside so that we can create that in our space. Let's feel ourselves supported by nature, which is our full moon tonight. Sailors used to use the moon and the stars to navigate the seas. Farmers used to use it to plant and harvest their crops. When we look up at the moon tonight, maybe we can be reminded of what we may have planted 6 months ago. Or we can be reminded of the support that we have in Mother Earth and Mother Nature in the moon. Let's maybe bring our hands to our heart space, covering the heart with one hand, and then bringing our other hand on top of that hand. Just connecting perhaps with our heart space. I think we're both very compassionate, motherly people, so maybe connect with that and send it out to one another in love, in joy, in shared space. Let's exhale and extend our arms out to the side, as if we're just letting go. And with our arms out to the side, breathing in and out, maybe in surrender. And then inhale, scooping up love, joy, compassion, nurturance, nourishment, renewal. And exhale, bring it down to our heart space. And let's fold forward right away onto our hands and then bring our toes behind us. Sit back in child's pose. And just feeling at home in our bodies tonight. We'll be thanking our bodies for all that it's done for us every day of our life. And then gently rolling up onto the knees. The hands are far in front. We'll come into our Raja Bhujangasana. So drop the hips, the heart comes between the arms, toes come together, heels towards the back. And then exhale back, child's pose. Inhale forward, rocking the hips, dropping the hips towards the earth. The pelvis drops, the heart lifts. So it's kind of like our cobra, but then we've got our feet towards the heels. This is our king cobra. Exhale back. And now a few more times, just moving with the breath. Inhaling up. Exhale to drop the hips, lift the heart. Exhale. Maybe you hang out at the front or maybe in the back, just wherever feels good. Maybe you move a little quicker. And the next time you bring the heart up with the knees wide, the hips dropped, and the heart forward. Let's pause there, breathe in. Yeah. And now breathe out, just bring the hips back, the tops of the feet come to the earth. Now bring the knees together, hands underneath the shoulders. Now inhale to extend the right leg back and the left arm comes forward. And maybe exhale, the left hand comes out to the side. And breathe in. Exhale, bring the right leg out to the side. Maybe it's in line with the hip, but try to keep that low back flat. Breathe in and out. Now inhale, draw the leg back, the arm forward. And then hand and knee come to the earth. Let's bring our feet under, lift up to downward facing dog. Just a breath. Good. Exhale, lower knees to the ground, hands come down. Extend the right arm out on an inhale. And then your next inhale, extend that left leg out towards the side, so like this awkward airplane. And we'll be here for a couple breaths. That nice, strong core. Whether it's full of bocce or oranges, it's active. And now inhale, bring the leg back and the arm forward. Exhale, the hand and the knee come down. Let's press up and back to downward facing dog. Let's be here 5 breaths. To feel nice and strong, whatever it takes to get us to feel strong here. So maybe that means bringing the hands wider. Maybe that means we lower under the forearms, but find some physical strength here. And let that physical strength seep into every aspect of your being, your spirit, your mind, heart. Breathe in and out. Now inhale, glance up with the hands, step the right foot forward, lower that left knee down. The left hand stays on the ground, the right arm reaches up to sky. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, bring the right hand on the inside of the foot, bring the right foot out towards the side, drop the knee open. And maybe the heart comes forward for a variation of lizard. So we'll do our Rocky Asana here. Rocking the iguana. Sliding the heart forward. And now exhale, bring the foot down, bring the hand towards the left hand, the heel toe the foot in. Let's curl the toes of the left foot under. Lift the knee, rise up, crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands come to the heart. Let's breathe in and out. Really finding that physical strength. And then that physical strength, once we feel it, maybe it's in the thigh or the toes or the chest, let it seep into every aspect. Exhale, fold forward, frame the foot, step the right foot back, move through a vinyasa if you want, or go straight back to downward facing dog. And then once you get to downward facing dog, find that physical strength, be with it, align with it, and let it carry you and hold you in the shape. Breathing in and out. Now glance up with the hands, step the left foot forward, lower that right knee down. Let's rise with the heart just for a breath, and then bring the right hand on the inside of the foot and the left arm reaches up. Finding our low lunge, revolved side ankle. And exhale, bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot out to the side and drop the knee open. Finding that Rocky Asana. Maybe closing the eyes. Maybe notice if the body is warming or if it's cooling. Notice if the mind is racing or if it's steady or if it's like a Mario Kart game going crazy all over the place. And not judging, but just noticing. And then we'll exhale, bring that left foot down, the left hand comes in, steady the mind with the breath. And then exhale, curl the toes of the right foot under, lift the knee, we'll rise up, crescent lunge, nice and steady and strong. Breathe in. Nice. Exhale, bring hands to the hips. With those hands on the hips, let's hinge forward, hovering over the front leg. Shift the weight into that left foot, and now step the right foot to meet the left. Ground the right foot, sit down, chair pose. We took Utkatasana, arms lift on either side of the ears. Tuck the pelvis. Breathe in. Exhale. Now inhale, come onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels off the ground. Exhale, hands come to the heart. And now we'll rise up, maybe coming into palm tree. That means the heels are lifted, the hands come above the head. Maybe you want to lower those heels and find mountain pose. We'll eventually all meet in mountain pose, so find it when you're ready. And then breathe in and out. And exhale. Let's inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms out to the side. Let's hinge forward halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. Yeah, you got it. Now let's heel toe our feet, maybe mat distance apart. Ground the feet, bend the knees just a little bit. The exhale brings our left hand to our right shin, the right arm to sky, gentle twist. Good. And then exhale, bring that right hand towards the left shin. Left hand reaches high to the sky. Breathing in. And out, draw the belly button to spine. And then exhale, bring the hands underneath the heart. Maybe interlace the fingers, find Kali Mudra. That's our index and thumb together, and the other fingers fold over. Now bend the knees, rise up, kind of a sumo squat. Sit down in our chair. Yes, exhale. Now inhale, rise, come to stand. Step that left foot back. So the right foot's forward, the left foot is back. Let's straighten that front leg, and then exhale. Our arms are out in front, past those shoulders. Yeah, breathe in. Now exhale, release the clasp on the hand, but draw that left hand back towards the shoulder like we're pulling on a bow. Yeah, you got it. The right arm's forward. Ground the feet. And now think about that goal we were talking about before class. Gaze past that thumb, bring it into your sides, into your heart space. And then exhale, let's twist towards the right. Aiming towards the right, gentle twist. Opening up the heart and the chest as we reach the right fingertips forward and the left shoulder open. Let's exhale to bring the hand through the middle and go over to the left. So our hips kind of open towards the left, and that's okay. We're just getting some movement on the spine. And now exhale, let's bring our gaze back forward. And then bring the left hand forward. Open up that left hand so palms shine towards one another. Our inhale brings the hands forward above the head. Exhale, bend that front knee. Let's rise and soar into our Virabhadrasana 3, flexing that back foot. Nice, breathe in. Maybe our exhale, we fold forward and find our hands on that right ankle, the left leg to sky, or maybe the left hands or the hands are on the ground by that foot. Whether the hands are on the ankle or on the foot, be present now. Now exhale, bring the hands to the ground, bend that right knee, step the left foot to meet the right, and we'll rise up to mountain pose. Maybe the palms meet and come to the heart space. Exhale. Good, breathe in. And breathe out. Exhale, grounding into that left foot, step the right foot back. Feel that nice steadiness in the feet. Finding Kali Mudra, let's extend our arms forward. Let's just hinge halfway. So the arms reach forward, we'll come into a little half pyramid here. Breathe in and out. And then we'll inhale, rise, bringing both hands above the head, fingertips reach for the sky. And now exhale, hands come forward in front of the shoulders. The left hand is forward, the right hand draws back, this time towards that right shoulder, zoning in on our target, that objective that we talked about before. And we'll exhale, twist over to the left, watching that thumb sail across the sky, and then pausing when that twist feels just right. And breathe. And one more breath. Exhale, draw the hand through the center. Now we're going to open to the right. We might feel our hips open, and that's okay. We're just going to let the spine move and then pause, and it feels good. And then exhale, draw that bow back forward, pointing towards the front of the mat over that left foot. Our next inhale sends our right hand to meet the left. Maybe they're apart, maybe they're together. We shift the weight into that left foot, rise and soar into Virabhadrasana 3. Any expression of this shape in your body tonight. Now, when you're ready, on an exhale, bring those hands either to the ground in front so that right leg lifts to sky, or maybe bring the hands towards that left ankle. We'll be here for 2 to 3 breaths. Drawing that belly in. Now exhale, plant the hands. Step the right foot back this time, and now step the left foot back, plank pose. And in our plank pose, maybe we rock side to side, shifting weight to the left hand and the right. Just kind of getting some movement in the shoulders. Back and forth. Now exhale, lower down the knees. Let's sit back in our child's pose, the feet towards the ankles, the hands reaching far in front, or maybe we bring them in prayer and then drop them behind the neck. For Balasana. And finding that definition of true home, letting it sink in. And maybe we sink into that sensation of what our needs versus desires are. We're not thinking about it, we're just bringing that into the ethers so we can feel it in our being. Bringing up the sensation of a need or a sensation of a desire. Just like we bring up the sensation of true home. What does it feel like in the body? Now exhale, lower those hands down. Let's lift up onto our hands, onto our knees. Now bringing that right knee towards that right wrist, drop the knee. Maybe the foot comes to the side. The shin might be parallel with the front of the mat. And then dropping that left leg down, coming into whatever expression of pigeon pose feels right tonight. So maybe you're on blocks and you drop onto the forearms. Maybe you're have your blocks to the side, you're in pigeon, or maybe you're lying down on your chest. So just feeling into whatever feels right for your hips, for your body, and for your mind. Let the breath going in and out of the body. Now another breath in. And exhale, bringing the hands to the floor. So either lifting them up off the ground or down from blocks. And then lift the chest, maybe curling the toes, the left foot under, coming onto that left knee. Let's bring our right leg back. So we're in tabletop, and then just rock back and forth on that right foot. Now let's bring the right knee down to meet the left. And now in our tabletop, let's bring the right toe to point to the sky. The heart lifts. Let's pause here in our half bow pose. And then exhale, bring that right knee down. And now walk the hands forward. Maybe drag that left knee towards the left wrist. The shin might be parallel with the front of the mat. Mine never is, just because of my anatomy. Mine's usually at an angle. So just giving yourself permission to find what really works for your body, not what might be on the cover of a magazine. And then just letting your heart rest in your variation and your own expression of the shape. Letting the breath come and go with ease. There's not any effort in the breath either. Maybe even surprising yourself how this pose might feel tonight when you give yourself permission to just be with it and relate to it in a way that brings you nourishment. Now when you're ready, lifting up onto the hands or lowering down onto the hands if you are on block. Lifting the heart, walking the hands kind of towards that foot, or maybe bringing one hand on the side of the leg, lifting up onto the knee, bringing that left knee back. Now in our tabletop, we can extend that left foot back and kind of rock back and forth on it. Moving the ankle, moving the foot, rocking back and rocking forth. Now with our tabletop, shoulders over the wrist, let's point that left toe to the sky, lifting the heart, our half bow pose, Ardha Dhanurasana. And then exhale, bring that knee down. Bring the knees nice and wide. And now we'll move into that restorative portion. So maybe we have our cushion nearby and we bring it underneath the heart. So between the knees, finding a supported child's pose. And if supportive child's pose doesn't really seem like your cup of tea tonight, then come into a reclined butterfly. Maybe your back is flat on the ground and you bring your soles of the feet together for a reclined butterfly. Our other option would be the block and then the bolster for a reclined butterfly. So maybe you're in butterfly, maybe you're in child's pose. Whichever it is, just dropping into presence, dropping into letting go, and into that receiving of our practice. Maybe we find it supportive when we get into our restorative portion to find a mantra. Maybe it's Om. Maybe it's an affirmation that we use to encourage us, make us laugh, or bring our heart into a merry space. But perhaps just giving the mind something to focus on if you find it. Chasing after a thought or following an idea. Just gently bring it back to a mantra. creating silence so we can harness that silence to allow our body to perhaps relax into the silence. If silence is uncomfortable, that's where we can bring in a mantra. That's what they're for. Our restorative yoga is so supportive in settling our nervous system. When our nervous system is more regulated, it helps boost our immune system. Because if we're frying our nervous system by going, or being busy or worrying, then it lowers our immune system as well. So we're just really boosting our immune system here. Let's give ourselves a breath in. And then let the breath go. Another deep breath in and out. Another deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And now lifting up from our supported child pose, or maybe lifting, coming up to a seat from our reclined butterfly, wherever you were. We'll come into our legs up the wall. And if you don't have a wall or like a couch to throw your legs on, then maybe just build a high kind of shelf for your calves to rest on. And you can bring those calves onto the bolster just like that. And maybe cover up too so you don't get chilly. I'm going to bring my legs to the wall. Moving the Christmas lights out of the way. And we'll give our circulatory system a nice boost And this is also going to support us in pacifying the nervous system. Just this redirection. I like to cover my feet with a blanket so it drapes over the legs. If you're on your shelf, maybe do the same. And I think it's kind of nice sometimes when I'm on my back to have a pillow on the chest, just a little bit of weight on the chest to sink us into this shape, into the space. Again, allowing us to be nestled in silence. Sometimes the kind of beauty of a deep friendship is to be able to sit in silence together. So just sitting in silence with our own self, befriending our own heart, just being comfortable kind of within our own head. That takes a lot of practice. So we're just practicing that tonight. And if thoughts come in or if the silence feels uncomfortable, maybe just finding a mantra. That's why we have them. Maybe let the eyes rest in the head, the cheeks soften, and the jaw relaxes. Remaining with your legs on the bolster or your legs at the wall for a little bit longer if you'd like. Or if you're ready for Shavasana, you can mindfully and gently move your legs off the wall and extend them to your mat and rest in Shavasana. Our Shavasana is our time where we rest, where we absorb. And it's really a practice of surrender. As we sink into rest, allow the jaw to relax, maybe the palms soften, and the fingers relax. Just drifting into a state of reception, receiving the blessings of this full moon. A full moon amplifies our energies. So we can amplify our rest right here. Resting in trust. Trust in knowing that you're being taken care of by something outside of yourself. Now remaining in Shavasana, or if you'd like to practice some pranayama or come into a silent seated position, just do so whenever you're ready. Again, you can stay in Shavasana for a few more minutes, a few more breaths. On your next exhale, maybe bringing hands to your heart space or just resting them on your lap. Maybe feeling the moonbeams pouring in through the windows. That energy from the moon. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om.